Our first guest tonight is a talented gentleman, and he is also on the cover. Now, this is pretty amazing. He is on the cover of the current issue of Time magazine. He is the leader of the Talking Heads, and he is also the director, screenwriter, and star of a new motion picture entitled True Stories. Folks, please welcome David Byrne. Thanks for being here. Sure, please do. Thanks for being here. It's always a pleasure to have you with us, and congratulations. Things are just going terrifically for you, aren't they?
Yeah, it's scary.
It is a little scary, isn't it? Now, what was your reaction to being on the cover of this magazine? This is really a major deal for anybody, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. I kind of got stunned.
Yeah.
Kind of walked around in a daze for a while.
Yeah.
And made me more determined to leave the country.
Thinking of leaving the country, are you? Yeah. And you actually, this is your own design on the cover, isn't it?
Yeah, they were very nice.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice deal.
They called up and said, would you like to do your own cover?
Yeah.
Boy.
And tell me about the suit. This is, it appears to be like Z-brick or one of those, it's like a brick suit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not French, but it's, I believe it's Austin brick from Austin, Texas, and because they use these kind of bricks and you can stand up against the wall and kind of blend in. If you don't want to stand out too much.
Urban camouflage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a philosophy, too.
Yeah. All right, now tell me about the film. This is, I think the last time you were here, you were just beginning to work on the film, or you had some ideas for it, but it's a series of true stories all put together in...
Yeah, all set in this imaginary small town with a little bit of music thrown in.
Yeah.
And, yeah, last time I was here, I had some of the newspaper
source
clippings.
Material.
Yeah, I was still getting my ideas and getting things worked out. It was pretty far from being done, but I was getting most of the ideas for the characters.
But now, what caught your attention? What was it that made you decide to begin in this line of putting together a film? What was the one thing?
I just thought it was time. I had all these things, I had ideas floating around.
You've been collecting these things for quite a while?
Yeah. And I had pictures I wanted to see.
Yeah. What kind of things are we talking about?
We're talking about, I wanted to see, you mean what kind of pictures? People?
Yeah, then the clippings you were collecting and stuff.
There was a husband and wife, the story about a husband and wife who hadn't spoken to one another in years. That's nothing unusual about that in itself, but what was unusual was that they considered themselves happily married. And they considered that the fact that they'd worked out some kind of an interesting solution to the spat that they had. Yeah. That was the
Now, where did you find these people? How did you hear about this story?
Mostly through tabloid newspapers. You pick them up when you're in the supermarket, paying for your groceries, and sometimes you can't help buying them.
Yeah. So, so that's one story in the movie. This couple in there who have not spoken in. Yeah. Who else is in the film?
There's a story about a woman who was in bed all the time, who made a decision pretty early on in life just to stay in bed, and she had enough money. I guess she had stocks and bonds or inheritance or something or other, and she decided everything would come to her and she'd never leave her bed. Seemed like a pretty good idea. What was interesting about it was that it wasn't out of any kind of psychological depression or anything.
She just liked the notion of being in bed all day.
Yeah, and she was like feisty and having a good time and really enjoying it.
Yeah. And now, you said you read about these things in tabloid accounts, but to the best of your knowledge, are they true?
Well, for legal reasons, we tried to verify them as much as we could. Yeah. We couldn't absolutely track down all these people. It was kind of hard. We tracked down some of them, and they said, they'd appreciate it if we changed their name, but yeah, it's true.
So as far as you know, they are true. And in the film, you're the host, the narrator, the guide?
Yeah. I get to be the guy who introduces you to the people and introduces you to the town. It was kind of fun. Yeah. I think somebody else could have done just as good a job.
Who else did you have in mind for this, besides yourself?
Well, for a while I thought maybe Paul Harvey could have done it.
See, not that you're not a great choice to be in your own film. I think that's a wonderful opportunity for you and a great touch. But don't you think he would have been terrific? That really would have been a nice thing.
I think he would have been just great.
Did you contact him about it?
You know, I don't think that we did. I think we kind of got scared.
Many people are frightened by Paul Harvey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny, we both say words. We kind of break words up and say them in kind of a unique way sometimes.
He would have been great. Anybody else that you wanted in your film that you didn't get?
Well, at one point I thought maybe the weatherman on the Today Show, Willard Scott.
Willard, yeah.
I thought he was a great character. And
what part would he have played?
At one point I thought he would have been a good Louis Fine character, who was a character who was a guy who's really wants to get married quick.
This is the guy advertising for a wife, right?
Yeah. He's not just like personal ads. Go out on a date with me. Let's swing. This guy just wants to get married right away.
Yeah. Now, it would have been good for Willard, sure. Yeah. Now, did you contact Willard?
Yes, we did.
And what did Willard say?
Well, he thought maybe it wasn't right for his image.
Yeah. Wasn't right for his image.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's a little strange in itself, isn't it? I tell you what, we're gonna look at a couple of minutes of your film, and we'll do that after we take a look at this commercial. We'll be right. Scott point, but you mentioned that he felt it might be wrong for his image to portray in your film a guy looking for a husband. But correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Willard the guy who dressed up like Carmen Miranda on the Today Show? Yeah. Now there's a good career move, Willard. Okay, we're going to take a look at now a scene from the film True Stories. What are we going to look at here?
I think we're going to look at a scene where the woman in bed, the one...
Oh, this is Swoosie Kurtz, right?
Yeah. And where she's in bed and she sees the guy, Louis Fine, the character Louis Fine, who's looking for a wife, goes so far as to take an ad out on local television, an ad that he did himself.
Yeah.
And
does this take place in the state of Texas, or do I have that incorrect?
No, that's correct.
Yeah.
These people didn't originally come from Texas,
right, but you put them there.
Yeah, they seem like they could be Texans. And the wording from his ad comes from a personal ad that I read that I thought was really good.
So what we hear in the ad is an actual ad from another source.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right, here it is. It's called True Stories, and opening all across the country now, or in the selected cities, or what?
In lots of big cities.
Okay, lots of big cities. And if you live in one of those big cities, well, probably there's a theater. Now, in addition to the film, we have a book by the same name, True Stories. But there are other issues in here besides just these tabloid articles, right? Yeah,
the book is kind of different. It kind of expands on it and compares kind of the reality of stuff that's going on out there, and it's got a little bit of the film script in there, too.
Tell me about the guy with the grass suit. Is that in the book or in the film, or both?
Mainly in the film.
Yeah.
That's a performance artist, a guy named Bill Harding, who lives in Chicago. And I'd heard about him or saw him on TV or something. And he grows grass suits.
Now, I think this is a great idea. Tell him how that's done.
Yeah, they're really pretty. He takes an ordinary suit, like a Salvation Army suit.
Second-hand suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he sprays glue on it, and then sprinkles grass seed on it, takes it in the garage and sprays it with water, and it germinates. And within a couple of weeks, the thing is full of it's all green hair. And
any trouble with moles or anything like that?
Well, you can't mow it or anything, but you gotta keep watering it all the time. I tried it on. I didn't get to actually wear one.
Is there a picture of the suit in here? Or did we have it somewhere else?
I don't know if there is, really.
It's in the book? Let me get you.
I tried one on, and it's a really odd sensation.
How long do they last?
Well, you know, after they reach their prime, they kind of fade in a couple of weeks, and they turn kind of yellow because there's really not any soil in there.
Here's a picture of it. Here's a gentleman modeling. It looks like just the jacket of the grass suit here. I guess we'll have to find it. There it is.
Oh.
Now, that is a very nice look.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be very pleased with something like that.
The roots kind of come through on the inside, though.
All right. Gee, David, again, congratulations. I'm very happy for all your success. And the film soon all over the country, right?
Yeah.
All right. Good to see you.
Thank you.
David Byrne, ladies and gentlemen.